All right, man. Should it be a concern about the Detroit Lions not having a dress rehearsal in the preseason? Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance and notifications. We go live or drop a video. So, the second preseason game, well, it used to be the third preseason game. Used to be the dress rehearsal where they play, first team offense plays, um, pretty much until the third quarter, at least one series in the third quarter. Um, this year, the Lions didn't have a dress rehearsal. All right. I think they probably thought they felt good in the the practices against the Colts. The individual drills and the situational drills and the padded drills and all that. But I don't know if they didn't want to show off their hand in preseason. Now, Cliff Kingsbury, offensively, Cliff Kingsbury said that was a mistake for them to hide their playbook because they really didn't get no rhythm his rookie season in the league with what he wanted to implement. And he tried to hide it and he ended up overthinking about it. He said he wished they would have ran some of the offense. And got to understand it's a new offense under Ben Johnson, new weapons and all that type of stuff. Practice is different from going out there and performing on Sundays. It's different from preseason, but it just gives you somewhat of a simulation. But also, they got a lot of injuries already. I mean, Jameson Williams is injured. Josh Pascal is injured. Levi Nazorki is injured. So they really can't afford no more injuries. Jerry Jacobs already injured. Jeff Okuda recovering from an injury. So they can't afford no more injuries on either side of the ball. Half the offensive line was injured last season at some point. Frank Ragnar was lost in the season. Taylor Decker got injured right before the season started. So like I said before, I think they signed on an air caution. Dan Campbell said, well, they didn't feel like they was overwhelmed or outperformed by the Indianapolis Colts, which is a great organization and a good football team, and they got championship aspirations with Matt Ryan. But if they get off to a slow start, versus the Philadelphia Eagles, then that's going to be a built-in excuse, and that's a very dangerous football team and a bad matchup for the Lions. The Lions always like these slow guys. I'm not per se speaking on Brad Holmes, but in the past, and the Eagles just bring a lot of speed to the table, and you got to guard them from sideline to sideline, from goalpost to goalpost. And it just wasn't a good matchup last year for the Lions, and it's not a good matchup again this year for the Lions. Not only are they fast, they added Gurf on the inside with Jordan Davis. So you want to get some type of live rest, but also I'd rather have a slow starter lose the first game instead of losing more players to injury. So, Goff and Reynolds got a report. Goff and Amon Ra got a report, handing the ball off to the backs. They always here last year for the most part, other than Justin Jackson. Him and Hawkinson got a report already. They got some report with the offensive line, especially before the injury. So, he played with pretty much everybody. So I don't think it's really important in defense. Most of the guys been here. Atlanta's only been here. Derek Barnes been here. Levi been here. Obviously you got Aiden Hudson. You add him. Eventually hoping to get Romeo quarterback, but most of the DBs other than Mike Hughes been here. Deshaun Elliott, he ain't been here, safety, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Obviously you would like to see them get them live reps. You like to see them get a dress rehearsal going, but they're already suffering with a lot of injuries. James Mitchell just, he finally got in the game. Tight end they drafted like in the 5th round. Who had an ACL injury early in the college football season last season. So yeah, a lot of injuries coming in, dude. They took like several players that was injured, dude. So it's gonna be interesting. So, but you just, you worried about that slow start. I'm not sure about, where I'm not sure exactly where the Philadelphia Eagles are in their situation. I follow some of the individual padded practices with, I forget who they went up against. And they had a hell of a job. Devontae Smith was killing somebody, they were saying. And they bring A.J. Brown, but I don't expect them to beat the Eagles. This on the paper, that's a bad matchup. That's just a bad matchup on paper. So they got a lot more weapons this year, but the mobile quarterbacks give us hell. Oh, and, a lot of people think Jalen Hurts gonna take another step, but I just don't think he's a good quarterback. He can't throw. That shit can't change. You can clean up mechanics, but if you just ain't got the, you ain't got the magic to throw the football. You just can't throw the football. But but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But it's gonna be very interesting to see the 53-man roster. But it's gonna be different. It's gonna be interesting if they get off to a slow start. But I don't think you can risk the injuries. And that's why I kind of understand when you already dealing with an abundance of injuries on this football team. I don't think you can risk the injuries. And I think most teams this year is playing it super duper safe. And you can't be mad at that. You really can't get mad at that. But they suffer a lot of injuries from last year, from draftees. Um, so they expect Levi Zorky to be ready for the season. I don't really believe the words they saying, about him being ready for the season or whatever situation may be. I don't really believe what they saying on that one. But he's the second most important player to this team outside of Jared Goff. He's very important to the success they're gonna have this year. But they can't lose. You can't never lose your starting quarterback. But yeah, it kind of leaves some mystery. That's the crazy thing about it. You kind of got a lot of mystery here. You got a lot of mystery going here. So we don't know exactly what the offense is gonna look like. We've seen with Tim Boyle running it and David Blog running it and all that type of stuff, but that's how they running it. We seen a little snippet of of Jared Goff and how they run his offense, like they're gonna go with a little tempo, but that's a snippet. That's a little snippet. So we gonna see what it really looked like. And it's gonna be a mystery because they're not gonna do a dress rehearsal in the final preseason game. That's gonna be a fight for the last and final roster spots. So they ain't gonna do no dress rehearsal. They're not gonna do no dress rehearsal for in the final game. So, I think it's gonna come down to the quarterback backup battle. I think it's gonna come down to a couple other players, making the team as well too. But it's pretty much it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. All that's right at the bottom of the screen. In the link in the description, in the link tree. Excuse me. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.